Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Irate PlayHouse, and this is Kris with a review for Daredevil Season 2. And man, oh man, do we have one hell of a season to watch. This season, if you thought the last season was a bit violent in any kind of way and you're squeamish, this is gonna make you really be like, holy crap. Like, there's some stuff that made me just cringe a little bit at certain points. Keep the kids out of the way of this one. This one is definitely not safe for work. But anyway, let's talk about the first episode and the way they open up the show with the tone and how it's set up. Basically, it takes place not too long after the first season, and you got Daredevil running around the city, kicking ass, taking names, and with Wilson Fisk behind bars. And it seems like everything's going pretty well. You have him and Foggy just, running Nelson and Murdoch, and then Karen's out there finding them customers and stuff like that. And it's a great way to start off the season. And then we have this moment where, out of nowhere, just blood starts shedding. We have gunshots flying. They don't know who this guy is. All they know is that this dude is killing people, and they do not know why. He's not attacking innocent people. He's attacking criminals. Horrible scum of the earth. But they don't know who it is. It's obviously not Daredevil. So when they do some digging and they find out, who do we see? Frank Castle, the Punisher. And man, Jon Bernthal was absolutely amazing as this character. I was a little skeptical at first because I didn't know how he was going to do. I didn't know if he looked the part necessarily, but he did a very good job. You could actually see a very humanized part of the Punisher, which is fantastic because not many movies in the past have really been able to portray just a torn individual, a person who is suffering a lot. I mean, the guy lost his family. How are you going to react to that? I'm pretty sure you're not going to be 100% normal after losing your entire family to a gang shooting. You're not going to be 100% in there. So his performance was awesome. And then we have one moment out of the comic that a lot of you might know, which is when Punisher chains up Daredevil to a rooftop, and he's sitting there, and he brings out, a criminal, and he tells him, you got to make a choice. Puts a gun in his hand and tells him it's either him or me. And man, they did a really good job at just portraying that famous comic book moment. I was just sitting there wondering what was going to happen. You actually sit there and it actually makes you think. And that is a sign of a good show. A show that makes you really think about, what would you do in that situation? Is it right what the Punisher is doing? Is he in the wrong, or is he doing the right thing? And that's what Daredevil has to deal with this entire season. And you actually feel it. You can feel the struggles he's going through as the show goes on, and that's something that a show really needs. You can't just sit there and have the hero always sitting there going, oh yeah, the right thing to do is, not kill people. That's the best way to do it. No, you have to give a hero some choices. And he had to make some tough ones in this season. And Frank Castle really made him realize that, in order to do what's right, it's not black and white. There's a gray area. So that was absolutely amazing. Another thing I got to commend about the show was that the relationship between Foggy and Matt Murdock was absolutely awesome. At this point, as you know from Season 1, he already knows who Daredevil is. He knows what he's doing at night. And they show just how hard it is to live with that kind of burden, having to know that your best friend is going out there and, possibly going to die, possibly going to wake up one day and you're going to hear, like, Daredevil's dead one day. That's not easy to live with. And Foggy's character really did an awesome job at showing the struggle with it and how much it gets to you. And you could see the stress within the character's eyes thanks to the excellent performance. It was absolutely great. And then we had the relationship between Matt Murdock and Karen, which was also done very well. They had a great relationship. She was kind of like his opposite, keeping him balanced and everything. But then the show really took a huge turn when Elektra got introduced. I'm not going to go into detail, but once she gets introduced, things really go down. You have a lot of crazy action starts to happen, and for those of you who are fans of the comics, you will appreciate the second half of this entire series. She did a great job at playing Elektra. Like, she isn't the Elektra that we're used to from that really, really bad movie that Ben Affleck was in. Daredevil. Yeah, it's not like that. This is a very different character. She's a little bratty, a little spoiled, but that's the way she is. She's a rich girl who just kind of got bored and wanted to learn how to fight and become like basically a killer. So you learn a lot about her in the past that Matt Murdock and Elektra have, and that was awesome. And then we got to talk about how the Punisher was used. Now, I don't know if this is a terrible thing, because I had to sit there and try and separate my fanboyism with the Punisher and how a good narrative would go. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think it was a good decision what they did with the Punisher. Was he kicking ass the entire show? No, there were some points where he had to take it back and sit down and not have to do as much because something happens in the show that causes him to have to do that. But it made sense narratively. And in the end, I have to say, it was a good thing. It was a very good thing to have the Punisher play the role that he did. It made sense, and it was really well done. And the season finale, without going into spoilers about that, it was very well done. It was well worth the wait, and when you get to the end of it, you feel satisfied. You feel like, damn, he made it through it all. They all made it through, and it was absolutely fantastic. This was a huge improvement over the first season, which was great, but this season did what a second season should do, capitalize on everything we want in a superhero TV show, and this one did it. At the end of the day, this gets an A+ from me. Daredevil Season 2 gets an A+. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day.